Hey guys, welcome back to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangi and I am home alone.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
Okay, so Jack and Parker are at a military gun show. Emily is at work and I am by myself. So it is 3:47. It is Saturday and we are getting our first frost of the year tonight. So I am bringing you outside with me. I have a lot of things that I want to get done before I have to pick Emily up from work. So we are going to pick the rest of the peppers. We are going to cut down our strawberry plant. I also need to figure out how many sheets I need to have on standby. I will be harvesting my chives, getting those cut up, and possibly, I'll probably put some of those in a jar to have fresh, and then the rest of them I'm going to throw in the dehydrator. Then when I get all of that done, we're going to come in and get some housework done. I'm going to try to get a couple of other things taken care of, like starting some yogurt. I was hoping to be canning today, but my plans got rearranged. So yeah, so first things first, let's go outside and harvest the rest of the peppers. Okay, so we're out in the garden and here's what I know is gonna be okay. I know that my cabbage, my broccoli, my Brussels sprouts, I know they are going to do just fine out here during our first frost. But the things that I do need to worry about are my green beans and my squashes. I have a butternut squash plant and I also have one zucchini plant. Not sure about the turnip greens. I kind of feel like they're gonna be okay. They sure do look pretty though. I think they're loving this cool weather. My walking onions should be fine. But I do know that peppers do not tolerate frost at all. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I actually started this strawberry plant from seed. This is the Temptation strawberries from the MI Gardener store. What I really like about this plant is it's an everbearing plant and it doesn't set off runners. So wherever you plant it in your garden, that's where it will stay. It doesn't really spread out. So this has really been fun. I've never grown strawberry plants before. This was my first year. Also my first time starting strawberries from seed. So this has really been an amazing experience that we have really enjoyed. It being the first year, the strawberries did not get full size. They ripened when they were small, but as the season progressed, the strawberries were getting bigger before they were ripening. So the last strawberry that we harvested was probably about the size of a nickel. So we hope and we know that next year they will be nice, big, luscious strawberries. So it is time to cut this back. Like I said, we are expecting our first frost of the season. And so we are just going to cut these strawberry plants down, cut this strawberry plant down. Let's see. So we're just gonna lift it and we're gonna cut it about 3 inches from the bottom. You see I've got some weeding I need to do. My dog is barking at the Amish. See, it's got a lot of new growth here at the bottom too. All right, you guys, we're ready for some winter weather. I've already got it surrounded by straw. And so we're looking forward to next year. All right, so all these can go in the compost. And now let's harvest our peppers. So the peppers are harvested, the plants are pulled up. Our strawberry plant is cut down, and I think I need about 3 sheets for tonight. Okay, so now I'm out here with my chives. See if you can see them. And I'm just gonna give it a haircut. And I brought out a mason jar of water, and I'm gonna cut these down pretty close and stick them down in the water. Now the cool thing that you should probably know about this pot of chives is that I actually planted these chives 4 years ago, and they come back every year. I love having chives, fresh chives. So as you guys know, they're good with potatoes, they're good in potato soup, they're good in eggs, they're good pretty much in anything that you would put that you would want like a mild onion flavor in. But and they dehydrate beautifully. You can, when they're dehydrated, you can add them to so many things: dips, homemade ranch dressing, just so many different things. So yeah, I'm just gonna use my clippers and give it a haircut. My chives are also usually one of the first things that come up in the spring, so that's really nice. I mean, you can cut and harvest from a pot like this 4, 5 times during a growing season. It's amazing. Maybe even more than that. We've had drought, and I seriously neglect these. I don't do anything to them except eat them. And they are extremely resistant. They do really, really well in southern heat. You can even eat the blossoms. I love, love chives. The blossoms look really beautiful in butter. The blossoms are so pretty. So really, even if you didn't like, if you don't like onion flavor, just growing chives for the blossoms alone. Flowers are so pretty. There you go. You got my chives. Okay. Now I will warn you, my house is very messy. This morning we have family in the hospital, so I went to the hospital, then came home, picked up Emily, took her to work, went to the library, came home, had lunch, then picked up my camera and started filming. So there's a lot of tidiness that needs to go on, but my phone was about dead, so I had to put it on charger, but I wanted to show you what I have done while the phone was on charge. Okay, so you saw me bring in my chives, which smell incredible, incredible. Okay, so what you missed was I harvested my lemongrass. Now let me tell you, this is my very first time ever growing it, ever doing it. I left 2 stalks to propagate. Propagate just means that you take a cutting, you put it in water and let it root, and then you replant it, for those of you that don't know. So this is what I harvested. I think I did it right, not really sure. I'm gonna wash it. I can tell, I don't know. The stalks that I generally see, like on YouTube and on blogs, the stalks are a whole lot thicker, like a finger thick almost, it looks like. Mine definitely are not that way, and I think it's because my lemongrass got root bound. Oh, you guys, I love growing herbs. Even if I don't eat them, I just love to smell them. So anyway, I'm gonna wash these. I'm gonna put them in my salad spinner, and then I'm gonna freeze them. I'm not gonna dehydrate them. I don't really feel like there's enough here to make tea with. Maybe there is, I don't know. I'm undecided. Some of these stalks really are too small to really do anything with. Sorry, that's a really bad angle. Okay, but the sun is trying to go down, so I'm gonna take you guys outside and show you what I did outside. So we'll start right here. You guys probably didn't know this. I don't think we ever showed y'all, but can you see the light bulb in there? This is a bug zapper slash light bulb, and I mean, there's dead bugs in there, but we didn't really see any big flies, which we live right next to a goat farm, so we were really hoping that this would kill flies and keep them from getting in our house, and it did not. But I went ahead and put the covers back on the lights. Now that we're getting into cold weather, bugs are not going to be a problem anymore. I had my lemongrass pots here and here on either side of the deck. So I swept off the porch. I moved everything over there just to keep it for, I guess, overwintering. I'm not really sure. And somewhere, somebody's playing music. Hey, Bobo. Can y'all hear that music? I have no idea where that music's coming from. Okay, so let's go out to the garden. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled up this marigold plant. It had all gone to seed. The cabbage should make it just fine through this frost. As you can see, I've got my strawberry plant cut back. It looks good. Over here, of course, I harvested my peppers. I pulled up the plants and they have gone to the compost. The cabbages and the Brussels sprouts will do just fine without covering. Here is my green bean bed. I've got it covered and tucked in for the night. The broccoli should do just fine. And I have our butternut squash. And we know there's a possibility that it's too late in the year to try to grow this, but I'm stubborn. We're gonna try it anyway. So I've got it covered up. It kind of looks like we're trying to do something for Halloween, even though we're not. Okay, so now this bed is cleared out. I've got some spinach. I don't know if you can see. I've got some spinach growing right through there, so very excited for that. I've got some lettuce growing right there. All of that should do just fine through the frost. I even noticed some onion sprigs popping up over here. Very cool. Here in this bed, of course, we've got kale. Just a few have popped up so far. Some carrots trying to come up. These are our Egyptian walking onions, and the turnip greens, I believe, will do just fine through the night. So I still have a couple of hours, maybe about 3 hours before I have to go pick Emily up from work. So now we're gonna go in and get some stuff on the inside tackled. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to clean the kitchen. I also have all of these peppers I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with. Some of these are, I don't know, I think most of these are okay to freeze. Oh, it smells so good though. Here's some jalapenos and banana peppers. Okay. Back here is my sourdough starter that I am trying to revive. Oh, I see bubbles. Maybe it's coming back. This is its third feeding, and that's the first time I've seen bubbles. Oh, praise the Lord. I was seriously worried that I was seriously worried that this was not gonna make it. I was afraid I was gonna have to pitch it and start over. Oh, but it smells really good. Oh, you guys, I wish I could smell that. Okay, good, good, good. Well, I've got to feed it again for its fourth feeding, so maybe tomorrow. It hasn't actually risen above this line. Well, I mean, it looks like it has only because I just tilted it, but see, that was yesterday. So maybe this fourth feeding will get it going. I'm really, really wanting to get back into making our homemade bread, but instead of doing whole wheat and white flour, making sourdough sandwich bread. So what's going on in the living room? I'm telling you guys, it's been a mess today. This is all clean laundry that needs to be folded and put away. This is clean laundry that needs to be put away. I have laundry in the washer, laundry in the dryer. So, oh, and also I want to show you this. So I mentioned that I'm trying to get into traditional whole food eating, portion control. That is how I want to live. I want to show you guys what I got at the library first. I got this. I borrowed this Tomorrowland. I've not watched it, but the previews look really good. It's got George Clooney. Not that I'm a George Clooney fan, but anyway, this looks like might be a good movie. Anyway, these are the books that I got at the library. I've got 100 Days of Real Food on a Budget by Lisa Leek, and I actually follow her blog, which is really good, and I've been following it for years. So 100 Days of Real Food on a Budget. I have the book Food Matters, but I have not looked through the cookbook. So this is by Mark Bittman, the Food Matters Cookbook. I got Groundbreaking Food Gardens by Nikki Jabor. She has a YouTube channel that you should definitely check out, but it's 73 plans that will change the way you grow your garden. So I thought I would just leaf through it and see if she's got anything interesting. For example, she's got on here, want nonstop salad, plan for 52 weeks of greens, and that sounded really cool. So I went through that. For my son, I grabbed the Guinness World Record book 2019. This weekend, right now, actually tonight's the last night of Homesteaders of America, and I hate that I am missing this lady, but when I saw her book at my library, I was so excited. It's Jill Winger's The Prairie Homestead Cookbook, Simple Recipes for Heritage Cooking in the Kitchen. So very excited to go through that. And The Wellness Mama. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of The Wellness Mama. She has a blog. She also has a podcast. So I was really happy to see this on my library as well. So anyway, I have a lot of great books to go through over the next several weeks. And then my good friend Lisa over at Sutton's Days sent me this book. It's called 1 Second After, and I'm going to read you part of the back. I thought this was really, really interesting. It says, months before publication, 1 Second After was cited on the floor of Congress as a book all Americans should read. It has been discussed in the corridors of the Pentagon as a realistic look at EMPs and their awesome ability to send catastrophic shock waves throughout the United States, literally within seconds. EMPs are a weapon that the Wall Street Journal warned could shatter our nation. In the tradition of On the Beach, Fail-Safe and Testament, this book set in a typical American town as a dire warning of what might be our future and our end. Anyway, so tons of you, I shared a picture of this on my Instagram and on my Facebook. Tons of you were highly recommending the series. This is like a trilogy, I think. But if you like apocalyptic type fictions, I'm told this is really good. But more than that, it is a really great book, even though it's fiction, to just kind of help your mind go there. You know, what could happen in a situation like that, and what is the best way to prepare. So anyway, very excited to get more into this book. I'm only through the first chapter. I try to read it before I go to sleep, but what happens is I like read half a page and then I'm like, that is a great book, and it's it's been really easy to read. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna do a speed clean. It's really not that messy. Well, I mean, it is messy, but it's not as junked up as it looks. I just need to unload the dishwasher, and then everything will go in there except for a few pans, and then that'll be done. But I gotta scrub down these counters. Oh, and look what happened here. You guys, I'm just gonna tell you. I know cabinets with the hinges hidden is nice and clean, but I hate these hinges. They're expensive and they break. I would much rather go back to the hinges that you can see, that screw to this and screw to the cabinet, because I've never seen one of those break, never. But these are like 30 bucks a piece. I hate them. So we're gonna speed clean, wipe down the counters, prepare this for, I don't know, the freezer. I guess the freezer. I don't know. Maybe the dehydrator. I don't know. Feed my sourdough starter. I gotta do something with all these peppers. When I get that done, I'm gonna fix me a wholesome dinner. And then we're gonna tackle the living room, the laundry. Hopefully we can get through this together.
Tater bug, eating my potatoes. Tater bug, don't want my tomatoes. Tater bug, what makes you so hungry? Tater bug, eating all my money. What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine. Tater bug.
So I was in the middle of filming. It is 7 o'clock, and husband just texted and said that he and PJ are on their way home. And daughter called and said she's not feeling that great. So it looks like my night might be cut a little short, which I'm not gonna complain too much. This has been really, really nice. So I'm going to continue trying to get as much done as I can. I haven't done anything with my herbs, which I may just go ahead and put them in the refrigerator and then decide to do with what to do with them in the morning. It's a little late to start anything on the dehydrator anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scrub down my countertops and then get feed my sourdough and then try to get the floor cleaned up and the table straightened up and wiped down. That's okay. Okay, so I'm starting to, I am a morning person, not a night person, so it's almost 8 and I'm already like ready to call it a night. But so I've got most of the countertops wiped down. I've been talking to my friends on Marco Polo and I have not even touched the laundry yet. So I need to get back to work. So not sure if you can see me or not, but my daughter called and said she's not feeling that great and asked if I could come pick her up from work. So that's where I'm at. Well guys, it's 15, almost 10 till 10. I'm not home alone anymore and I didn't get hardly all the stuff done that I wanted to get done.
We're back.
Yeah, but I'm glad that my family is home now. And I'm just gonna have to end the video for tonight. So anyway, but this was fun. Didn't we have a good day together? We had a good day together. Me and the people.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time.